Welcome, my friends, to It's Vinylly Mine's Vinyl Countdown. I hope everyone had a great holiday weekend, however you celebrate it. And yes, folks, we've got another one for you today, and very excited for this one as well. Why? Well, it's from one of my all-time favorite films. Yes, Roger Rabbit. Who Framed Roger Rabbit is the movie. I watched it. This is the one I've watched the most in the theater. When it came out, I saw it 12 times in the theater. I just loved it that much. And the soundtrack by Alan Silvestri really, I think, is underappreciated in many respects because it is so good. Many people, I don't think it gets talked about enough for his kind of mixture of his cartoon cues and the work of 1940s jazz sound, all mixed into this soundtrack. So, yeah, you can tell I'm a huge fan. I've got it on like tape and on CD, and now I've got it on vinyl from Mondo, which is Mondo 089. Now, this was released in 2021. I believe it was a re-release. And it is copyrighted by Walt Disney and Touchstone Pictures, but Mondo got the rights to release this. And yeah, I can't wait to get up and close and personal with this vinyl release of this soundtrack. So let's drop the needle and take a closer look, shall we? Now, really, here, Eddie, I please. Okay, not quite a great Roger Rabbit, but hey, we do what we can. We got Blade here, and let's crack this puppy open. Yeah, I love jazz music anyway, and the way it was worked into this score, along with the cartoon music cues, the orchestral cues, the mixture. There's such a wide gambit of sounds from this soundtrack, and I think that's part of the thing that really appeals to me. And now here we have original artwork by Stan and Vince. I love this artwork. Check this artwork out. First, we'll take the Mondo sleeve off here, which tells you this is Who Framed Roger Rabbit, tells you who did this. Stan and Vince did the art for this. This art is gorgeous. I love this. I would love a poster of this for sure. And yep, they did a partner with, what's it say here? They do partnership with Walt Disney Records, and to release this first time on vinyl after 30 years. Yes, I feel old. Thank you very much. And on the back of here, we have other Mondo information as well as a few plugs for other things that they have, like they always do in here. But as far as this artwork goes, oh my lord. Here we have Jessica Rabbit coming out from behind the curtain. Roger is scared for his life here with the spotlight on him. A Robert Zemeckis film. I mean, this is such a classy cover. I love it. I really do. And then for our spine, yeah, nice clear text. You can read it all. And yeah, love it. And on the back, oh, there she is, the femme fatale herself, Miss Jessica Rabbit. All the characters in here are just so cool. Robert Zemeckis really outdid himself with this film, and then as well, we've got Bob Hoskins as Eddie Valiant. I loved his Eddie Valiant character. Charles Fleischer doing the voice of Roger Rabbit, creating a new iconic animated character. And this soundtrack, Alan Silvestri, here we go, the logo at the top here, this wonderful artwork of Jessica Rabbit, the credits here on the side with who all was in the film, and then our track listing, side 1 here and side 2 here, all the music composed by Alan Silvestri. Now, what's interesting is there's no extra tracks on this one, so that did surprise me a little bit. Doesn't disappoint me at all, because I love this artwork and can't wait to hear this on vinyl, but I am impressed there aren't really any bonus tracks on here. As far as the inside goes, it is a gatefold, even though it's one disc. Oh, look at that iconic scene as a painting. It's beautiful. It's just, oh my God, it's beautiful. There's the judge, such a creepy character the judge was too. And yeah, that is awesome. That is a wonderful piece of art. Oh, and even some dip going on there in the dip cannon. Now, as far as the soundtrack goes, the vinyl release itself, yeah, I know I kind of probably sound like a dip. Here we have, I love this logo that they've used on here for this kind of another one where they're doing more of a classic type logo on the record, and I love it. I love the look of that quite a bit, kind of fitting for the movie as well, right? And it's done on black vinyl, but it's still 180 grams. It is pretty solid. And yeah, now I know this soundtrack backwards and forwards, but I'm still going to listen to it. And then when I come back, I'll tell you how this pressing is, as well as my favorite track or tracks from this wonderful soundtrack. So stay tuned. Hey everyone, you looking for even more content as well as want to have a say in what we review here on It's Finally Mine? Then head on over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Special Mark Productions, where you can join one of our 3 tiers and get access to exclusive content, VIP episodes, and more. Plus take a monthly poll to decide what we review here on It's Finally Mine. Join one of our 3 very affordable tiers and have your voice heard. We look forward to seeing you there so we can do more here. Hey everyone, we are back from listening to this pressing, and it's so good. I think this sounds better than the CD or the cassette I have, as crisp and clear and beautiful as it is. I mean, the soundtrack's wonderful anyway, but the fact that this pressing is so good, I mean, it's disappointing. There was a slight skip on halfway through side A, but not very noticeable at all, and did not take away from the overall quality of this release. They did well, even though there's not a lot of extras on here. Now, one thing I did discover while putting the record away, I did find something special in here I didn't realize was in here. And there's a special letter in here from... Yes, it's the letter. It's a replica of the letter that Roger wrote. And I love that. I don't know how I missed it in there. It was kind of stuck in there, but I love that it is the exact replica of the letter that Roger wrote in the movie. Now, on the back is not what was in the movie, but it does give you some liner credits here of the songs that had familiar tracks in them that were not original from Silvestri, such as the Hungarian Rhapsody, Dueling Pianos, the first time Daffy Duck and Donald Duck were on the same scene together was in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It was an amazing scene. No, he doesn't say what you think he says, Donald Duck. So just to let you know that. Yeah, so this is a wonderful little find in here, the credits sheet that they put with the letter replica. That made me smile big. As you can tell, I'm smiling big already. As far as the soundtrack goes, it's a wonderful mixture. As I mentioned before, what's funny is Silvestri talked about how he recorded this with the London Symphony Orchestra, which is probably why it sounds so awesome, but they couldn't keep up with his jazz tempos. All apparently the tracks that involve Jessica Rabbit were improvised by the LSO. And wow, I mean, it's just so fitting that they do that. But the Valiant and Valiant track on here is so good. I love all the jazz. I love all the music on here, but the Valiant and Valiant track really has that jazz stand up. And then for this cartoon that is for the whole family, Why Don't You Do Right is a saucy tune that is just so dripping with sultry tones, and it's so good, so good. And then the end title is well, Jessica's theme for one. I can't skip that. Jessica's theme is amazing in here, but the end title is a long title, folks. And when I saw this film, it had so many credits at the end. It's amazing, but the end title encompasses nearly all the music that you hear throughout the film, all the sound cues. And I loved how they put that together. So, I mean, this soundtrack in general is awesome. And this vinyl release, yeah, get it. If you can get your hands on it, get this. will you? It is just a wonderful, pressing, and for those who are fans of the film, and if you haven't seen the film yet, see the film, folks. Don't let the fact that when it came out turn you off to it. It is still, I will say today, one of the best blending of 2D animation and live action you will see. There's CGI work in there as well. Just the art that went into putting this film together is amazing. And the fact that it's got a wonderful story with great characters and a beautiful soundtrack is just icing on an already wonderful cake. So there you have it, folks. Yes, I am gushing. I warned you. This is one of my favorites. But Who Framed Roger Rabbit soundtrack from Mondo, definitely worth every penny. And that'll about do it for us here on It's Vinylly Mine. So glad you could stop by. Please check out our Patreon if you haven't already. Like, bells, and whistles, subscribe here. And our vinyl countdown continues as we count down the days to the end of the year. So I thank you. Please stop by tomorrow for tomorrow's release. And until then, remember, it's not yours, it's Vinylly Mine. And I'll catch you on the flip side.